people. Oh, well, like say the sea of Amity Island, a big, great white shark. Powerful, big, and scary, and it's Bruce the shark. Oh my. Hi everyone, my name is Keisha. Today we are going to need a bigger boat to store the information from review one of my favorite classical thrilling film of all time. Possibly yours too. Never failed to arouse my curiosity, creating a very suspenseful atmosphere. Take a good guess. I'll give you 2 seconds. Pause. Jaws is just wow, really wow. It's not surprising that it's a multi-awarding, heart-stopping, suspenseful movie because it will no doubt not fail to please people's suspenseful feeling. Another reason why I love this movie is that it created an everlasting change that impacted people greatly. I know it makes you sound like a sensitive kid with a tremendous amount of feeling for this movie. Like, would you even blame me? So let's begin with some facts about Jaws, shall we? First fact! Jaws was actually released in more than 400 theaters. What? Repeat, 400 theaters in the United States alone. Movie was released, it grossed over $100 million in the box office, so it was the highest grossing movie until Star Wars came out 2 years later. In fact, this movie was released in 1975. Obviously, this masterpiece was created 43 years ago. Isn't it shocking? It was directed by Steven Spielberg and was released in the year 1975. The story starts in the summer of 1975 in Amity Island when multiple shark attacks occurred. Chief Officer Martin Brody, archaeologist Matt Hooper, and Captain Quint then decided to hunt this great white shark down that caused all these attacks. Now, since you guys got the idea of Jaws, can you guys guess which amazing scene I'm doing? Hooper in the shark cage scene! This scene, I am going to talk about three cinematic elements which I like to consider as Spielberg's secret, but then here I am spilling the beans through the movie review, so you guys better listen. The angle used in the scene is the angle just like this angle, as it can be seen when the shark started attacking the shark cage Hooper was in. Spielberg used his camera angle to show the superiority of the shark over the shark cage where Hooper is. It allows audiences to feel tense as they see how big the shark is and how it dominated the whole screen and the shark cage itself, allowing them to feel the suspense. This may also symbolize how powerful the shark is over humans like Hooper. While Spielberg might have done this to showcase the settings, like have you looked at the background? This allows audiences to see how dangerous the environment is that creates a certain tension as us humans isn't familiar with the ocean as we are familiar with the land. So we legit have tons of unknowns from the ocean. Do you guys hear that? Do you guys hear Hooper's bubbly scream? Cause I certainly can. Ooh. In the scene as we see the shark going away from the shark cage Hooper was in, the silence started creeping up, so we hear nothing at all. But then a sudden BAM! We can suddenly hear the Jaws theme song and the loud bubbly screams from Hooper. Spielberg used this technique to intensify the suspenseful feeling among audiences as it makes us more tense because we can hear how Hooper is really scared of the shark from his bubbly scream, which we can start to feel. Like really, these two sounds go well together. The loud, intensifying theme song and Hooper's bubbly scream together, they're like a match made in heaven, and it scares me. And this made the movie much more realistic because who stays that still, who stays that quiet where the shark is that close to you? You know what I mean? Like, for me personally, I would probably cry my eyes out even though I'm in the water myself. Another thing, as we see the shark cage, which is the mise-en-scène where Hooper is, a shark cage usually symbolizes strength. When a shark attack occurs, shark cage shouldn't be affected due to how strong it is, right? Well, you thought wrong. Because in this case, we can see how totally demolished and destructed the shark cage is when the shark started attacking it. This tells the audiences how powerful and strong the shark is, which, if I may point out, plays with the audience's heart. Because I felt really worried and concerned for Hooper. It made my heart jump out of joy when he survived. Concludes a thrilling movie review about the one and only Jaws. I will rate this movie 9 out of 10 as the fact that the shark was actually a mechanical shark, which actually makes me feel like it's more realistic and creepy since they actually made a robot that looked like a big scary shark. However, even though the movie is about shark, news article says that the shark didn't actually really function well. With his creative mind actually created ways to reuse this traditional cinematic elements, which is very, very creative and managed building up the movie suspense as it successfully played with our emotions and thoughts. His creativeness in the usage of cinematic elements is very, very admirable since it helped build Jaws into a very heart-stopping movie. I praise and applaud for you, that Spielberg. See you guys soon. For now, I'm going fishing.
Tell him I'm going fishing.